What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video here, and I got some insane news for you coming out of Moscow, guys. The former Syrian president, Bashar al-Assad, has reportedly been poisoned. Yeah, you heard that correctly. He's reportedly been poisoned in an apparent assassination attempt, which left him struggling to breathe. This is coming out of the Sun newspaper. And just for some context, guys, after the Syrian regime fell, there was rumors that he actually might have been killed. There were actually rumors that he might have been killed, but it seemed as though he has survived. But to be fair, there actually hasn't been any public images of him or his family since departing the country. So again, that is interesting and should be noted. But he reportedly was granted asylum by Russian President Vladimir Putin. And now we're hearing that he was apparently almost assassinated. And this also comes amidst reports, guys, that Asma al-Assad, former British citizen who married Bashar when he was a college student, she's actually looking for a divorce, looking to flee back to the UK. The UK has denied her that request. It seems as though maybe she's trying to divorce him to get out. But guys, the entire thing is extremely strange. And I wonder if this is a possibility because maybe was she involved? Was she involved in this apparent assassination attempt? Many Russians around Vladimir Putin seem to fall out of buildings. Anyone who crosses Vladimir Putin, some things seem to happen to them always. And you have to wonder, is it possible the Russians could have been behind this as a sort of peace offering to the new Syrian government in place as, hey, we killed your guy, now we're gonna let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can have some sort of arrangement. I do not think that's impossible, but it is pretty wild that Bashar al-Assad is in Moscow and is now subject to assassination attempts. I mean, who would have motivation to do something like that other than Syrian governmental forces? But do they really have the ability to infiltrate inside Moscow? I'm extremely skeptical, guys, which is why I have to wonder if this is a potential inside job. I do not think anyone can rule that out. What is the deal with his wife? There's conflicting reports whether or not she wants a divorce, but the entire thing is extremely strange. And this is from the article itself. I'm going to read it to you guys. The toppled Syrian tyrant has been under Vladimir Putin's protection in Moscow since December 8th. So again, less than a month ago, this all happened. And this is an image of him here. But online accounts supposedly run by a former top spy in Russia says he was taken ill on Sunday. It claims Assad 59 asked for medical help, then almost immediately began to cough violently and choke. The source said there was every reason to believe an assassination attempt was made. Assad was said to have been treated in his apartment and his condition supposedly stabilized on Monday. So again, extremely stunning. And the fact that he's been there for less than a month and he's already subject to assassination attempts, I'd be extremely concerned if I was him, to say the least, especially the fact that who the hell would have the authority to conduct such an attempt like this? I think it would only be inside governmental forces. I really do. And I think there's a lot of other things at play here. I think it's probably an inside job, or maybe, again, this is really a leap. This is an extremely a wild take, guys, but maybe Asma al-Assad is in negotiation with some sort of Western governmental forces. But again, it's complicated because what motivation? I mean, Assad is out of power. He is pretty much worthless in terms of actual government positioning. I mean, he's really there's no way he'll ever be allowed back inside of Syria in a position of power. I think that's extremely unlikely. But again, it is pretty wild. According to the article, tests were reported to show he did have poison in his system. No sources were cited, and there has been no confirmation from Russia. So again, guys, this is not necessarily confirmed reporting, but again, it's being reported in the Sun newspaper, a relatively reputable news organization. So again, last month it was revealed that al-Assad's wife has been effectively barred from returning to the UK, which is why I think it's an interesting wrinkle, guys, that Asma al-Assad, this assassination attempt happens immediately after it comes out that she's been barred from returning. It is very strange. She will be unable to return home as her passport has expired. Asma and their family are currently living in exile in Moscow. The couple fled the collapse of Syria as 2 decades in power were wiped away in a matter of days, and Russian despot Vladimir Putin, a friend of the family, offered them refuge as they desperately escaped to the Middle East. Again, the entire thing is very, very strange, but the one thing that's for sure, I would not want to be Bashar al-Assad right now. If he's already subject to assassination attempts in a place that you're supposedly safe in Moscow, you'd have to imagine this won't be the last time they try and take him out. But again, it's truly stunning. The Syrian government seems to be modernizing and has fared off better than I think a lot of people have expected thus far. So people can only hope that that'll continue. But again, maybe, and again, it's possible that Syrian governmental forces are at play here. Enemies of Assad, of course, could have potentially conducted this assassination attempt. But again, I think the key is the fact that this is occurring inside of Moscow itself, and who else would have access to his food? The entire thing is very, very, very strange. So pretty wild stuff, guys. An attempted assassination attempt reportedly on former Syrian tyrant Bashar al-Assad in a stunning move. So that's what I got for you today. Make sure to like and subscribe. I got my Amazon links in the description. I'm an affiliate, so if you want to give it a like, and it is super good for the algorithm. I can't stress that enough. I know I've said it before, but liking, commenting, and subscribing is so good for the algorithm and really helps the channel out, and including the Amazon products in the description as well. Super important for the algorithm, and it helps the channel very much. So thank you guys so much. Happy New Year. You got great content and major guests coming up over the next few weeks, which I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy. So that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.